Now in Amsterdam, it's less than 100 kilometers from a city that is very important in the history of crypto, where the whole neighborhood actually lives entirely by Bitcoin. It's one of the first ones in the world to do so, and this is thanks to 3 friends who decided to go ahead with their idea and make Bitcoin a reality in everyday life there. And our reporter William Thorpe and Gabrielle Moret met them, and we're gonna head to the Netherlands, and this is the story.
Ah, the Netherlands. Its charming brick streets, its city centre mills, and its bicycles that cross the city in their thousands. What a place to live. You'll find all of this in Arnhem, in the centre of the country. But it's not really the city's main attraction. For that, you should look at its nickname.
The nickname of the city is Arnhem Bitcoin City.
Arnhem Bitcoin City.
Arnhem Bitcoin City.
The Bitcoin City of the East.
The Bitcoin City. It's like Bitcoin is heaven on earth. Here you can get by with almost only Bitcoins in your wallet. You need some flowers? Pay in Bitcoin. Need to do some shopping? Pay in Bitcoin. Want some donuts? Pay in Bitcoin. In other words, in Arnhem, they often tell you,
You can buy everything in my shop with the Bitcoins. And you can buy the shop too, if you like.
there's even a QR room in one of the hotels in the city.
It's in Hotel Modest, who also used to accept Bitcoin. And it's full of QR codes. I guess these QR codes are a bit different than the ones the merchants will show you. I believe those QR codes are containing links to nudity sites.
This is Patrick, and he's also known by his nickname.
Most of the merchants know me as the Bitcoin guy. I'm Patrick van der Meijden. I'm 43 years old, and I'm one of the initiators of Arnhem Bitcoin City.
Along with his 2 friends Roger and Annette, Patrick turned this small town of 150,000 people into the Bitcoin City. And as in any good story, it all started over a beer.
Rogier and I were just having some beers at a terrace in Arnhem. We were discussing Bitcoin and how it would probably end up in some sort of a revolution. And we wanted to just be part of that. And we started thinking, well, how much effort would it take for us to just buy our beer in Arnhem with Bitcoins? It started like just a funny joke. And later on we moved our goals to why don't we just try to make it completely possible for anyone to stay in Arnhem and pay everything they have with Bitcoin.
They went into each shop to try to convince owners to accept Bitcoin. Christian was one of the first to accept the cryptocurrency as a means of payment.
If you want some frozen yogurt, this is the place to go. I will pay with Bitcoin.
Okay, so you can see how easy it is.
Yeah, I think the frozen yogurts actually taste better when you pay them with Bitcoin.
Patrick came and he explained how it worked. And I said, yes, maybe some people has this money they want to spend. They are looking for places where they can spend the money. So why not? And it works really, really good. It's already, I think, 5 or 6 years. I see that I have many customers that comes here, like they keep coming because they have the chance to pay with Bitcoin.
Along with Christian, more than 50 shops in the city centre now accept Bitcoins. Restaurants, bars, supermarkets. A few blocks away from the ice cream shop, there's even a wood engraver that takes the cryptocurrency.
This is the owner, Tim. And yeah, he's one of the latest merchants that accept Bitcoin in Arnhem.
I'm familiar with Bitcoin, I invest in Bitcoin and I believe in it. So for me it was logic to accepting Bitcoin also in the shop. All Bitcoiners know they can pay here.
Tim is an artist and obviously he has a signature piece.
Awesome. The first Bitcoin sign, printed on wood, custom made here in Arnhem Bitcoin City. Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, Tim. In the 6 years since the project was first launched, Bitcoin City has experienced a few crises. The instability of the price of Bitcoin and the pandemic have seen some stores stop accepting cryptocurrency.
Are you still accepting Bitcoin?
No. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I have to update our website. Mephisto is no longer accepting Bitcoin.
No, I'm sorry. Our shoes have a quality that's like that. Bitcoin,
Yeah.
So there
it's not
isn't
like
really a
shoe
match
bag.
between Bitcoin and our shoes. I think that's already a problem.
Are you actually aware that your neighbors are all accepting Bitcoins? Yeah.
Are you kidding me now?
No, I'm not kidding you.
But maybe you can convince me about accepting
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
of course I will. I will give
You
it
will, you will.
Shall I make an appointment? Bye. When I reached out to the first merchants in Arnhem, none of them had heard of Bitcoins.
Some of them didn't even want to hear about the subject. There were even merchants who actually wanted us to leave the place because they thought we were criminals or something, you know.
Bitcoin is anonymous, decentralized, and not regulated by the government. That's what makes it so appealing to users and dealers.
There were stories like people use Bitcoin to buy drugs at the dark market.
You can buy heroin, meth, and pretty much any other drug you can think of.
Or criminal parties exchange their goods with Bitcoin.
Every cyber criminal demands payment in cryptocurrencies.
That was something that is really far away from our world.
Most of people keep Bitcoins because they think they will gain in value and they are not really using it for payments. But if you use it for payments, you can also show other people that it's actually a normal payment system. And it will help to get rid of the image that Bitcoin has, that it's only being used by criminals, because that's absolutely not the case.
Good to know. But on the Bitcoin journey, you might sometimes hit a few bumps in the road.
There is a funny story about paying with Bitcoin. I think you should ask my colleague Rogier.
I think it was in 2015. I bought an e-bike for a price of 10 Bitcoins. Of course, right now, I realize I could have bought a house with that money. But, you know, shit happens. During the course of years, more and more merchants joined the project. This is what we like best, because eventually we want to have like a separate Bitcoin economy. So if a restaurant owner receives his Bitcoins, but he can also spend them at the bakery who provides him, he supplies his bread, you know, then you get a closed Bitcoin economy and you don't need the banks and other third-party services at all anymore.
That was our first motivation, and our second motivation was that we just wanted to pay our beers with Bitcoin.